Okay, where are we at right now? Are we at the tree?
We are at the Hallig Tree.
Okay, we have to find the prayer room.
I'm at Hallig Tree Town.
Okay, we need to find the prayer room Grace in Elfale at the Hallig Tree.
Well, I actually really like this area.
Same, it reminds me of, this might not mean anything.
Lord of the Rings?
I was going to say, yeah, Rivendell.
Yeah, it reminds me of Rivendell as well. It does mean something to me. I at least played the video games.
I know you hate Lord of the Rings.
I don't hate Lord of the Rings.
You think J.R.R. Tolkien is the worst writer ever, and you think the Lord of the Rings is a horrible franchise.
Okay, do you actually think I hate Lord of the Rings?
No, I just know it's not your favorite.
So, the reason that it's not my favorite is not because I don't like the world, it's just because I find the story a bit slow.
That makes sense.
That's it. Now, could I have written it better? No.
Right.
Like, look, I'm not deluded here, okay?
Right.
I know that, like, I'm not sitting here like, oh, I could have done this, this, and this. Like, no.
Right.
I am going to go down there in a second. I just want to look up here. It's just, I think that for me, I really like exploring the world. So I love the video games. When you... Oh, man.
Whoa,
jeez. That's
jeez.
scary. When you can explore the world in video games and stuff...
It makes it so much better.
Sorry. Jeez. I had to sneeze. Yeah, no, I love it. Are these, like, mushroom guys? These are, like, Last of Us enemy wet dreams.
I know, right?
I love that
So actually,
stuff.
when I'm done reading my presidential biographies that I've been reading for 3 years, the first thing I'm going to read is actually The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
I like The Hobbit. The book is good.
I have never read them. Actually, I take that back. I read The Fellowship of the Ring, but I was also a little kid. So I kind of skimmed some of it. Because I was a kid.
Right.
So I want to read those. And then eventually I want to read The Silmarillion.
Well, I loved okay.
Oh,
no.
jeez. Oh, nice. Hey, you survived. Oh, jeez. So...
Yeah, I really like The Hobbit.
Yeah, I'm excited to read it. You know, I'm probably the only person in America that actually really liked the trilogy, too. The Hobbit trilogy.
I don't think you're the only one. I think there's people who like them.
Well, okay, my dad likes it. So.
Oh, he does? Doesn't
Yeah.
your dad like everything?
No.
Yes, he
No.
does. Yes, he does.
No.
That man is working his, like, butt off so hard that, like, somebody shows him paint drying on a wall.
He's like, oh, hey,
He's
cool.
like, whoa, not my life. I love it.
That makes sense. That might have been a deep cut there.
Was it? Did I just call out your dad's unhappiness in his life?
You did.
Your dad is a guy I feel genuinely sorry for, by the way. Not to, like, make a weird conversation. But, like, I cannot imagine. Nate's dad does, like, delivery driving work.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that, but then, like, dealing with companies as well.
Yeah.
And it seems like such a boring, taxing, annoying job where you're constantly, like, held accountable for stuff that is not your fault.
Yep.
And constantly, like, picked on almost.
Well, and the worst part about it is actually how physical the job is.
Yes.
Because he's having to haul in all this crap and stuff, and I'm not going to say where he works to dox him, but
right.
he has to haul in like a bunch of crap to all these businesses and stuff all the time. And the guy's in his 60s. Now, I have worked with him actually for like a few times.
Like a social worker?
No,
Oh, I thought maybe you
like-
gave him therapy from his terrible job.
No, he used to run his route actually near where our house was.
Uh-huh.
So there's been times where it's stuff like, he'd call me up, maybe I'm home for the day or something, and he'd call me up and be like, Nathan, I'm really tired right now, are you able to drive over to this place and help? So I'd drive over there and, I'd help haul in the stuff from his truck and whatever. Me, who's in my young 20s, am tired.
Right.
Like, I get done with that and I'm like, okay.
Right.
Like, I'm ready to go home. Like, gee. But, like, now my dad, who's in his, like, well, at the time, he was in his late 50s. Now he's in his 60s.
Wow. And he still does it.
And it's kind of like, I'm like, how do you do this? Like, I was tired. I was exhausted, and I helped you out for an hour.
Right.
And yet he does this stuff for, like, 10 hours. It's like, what is, like, how... So then he comes home on the weekends, and he just, like, sleeps.
Like, the whole time.
Yeah, he sleeps to the late in the morning. He, like, he'll sit down on the couch if you want to, like, put a movie in or something. You'll literally just, like, pass out.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. You know,
I
and
don't know.
This is not shit talking your dad, but I think one thing that's too bad about his generation is that they were basically taught you define yourself entirely through your work.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is,
you know what I mean? Like they all have like really
they have like a really heavy work mindset,
and they're willing to put up with a lot of shit that they shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
because like other people in the same age range are also willing to put up with it.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if your dad was just like, this isn't fair, there would be like 10 other people who would be like, thanks for the job.
Right, exactly.
Which is really an unfair system because like it just leads to a lot of burnout and people literally killing themselves.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that makes our meaning millennial generation opposed to like the baby boomer generation is, I should say before I say this, I should say both sides are the extreme that both sides are probably wrong. I think the baby boomer generation.
The baby Jewer generation?
The baby boomer generation.
Big old AH is rolling in his grave. He's like,
the baby Jewer generation.
No, I fought against this.
I thought I ended this. No, the baby boomer generation has what is this? Has too much of a work mindset. Like you said, where they're just willing to put up with whatever.
Well, they think that's their whole life.
Well, yeah, because it's like, well, it's a job and I want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, fair enough. If you want to make money, fine. But they're willing to put up with bullcrap. Now, the millennial generation, I think, is like the complete opposite of that. Jeez. I think they're the like complete opposite of that, where it's just kind of like, everything needs to be perfect, and everything needs to be about me, and nothing's fair, and if I'm not finding the most fun thing ever, then I'm not working. And to me, it's like both sides are way too extreme.
Right.
I think there needs to be somewhere in the middle of like, not every single possible thing to ever exist needs to be in the interest of workers' rights. And what I mean by that is, if your life is not complete, like the most fun experience thing ever, it's not like it's a bad thing.
I think it should be in the interest of the rights, but not necessarily in the interest of fun at all times.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like there is a possibility that you do a job and the job is not fun at all times.
Right, but if you hate that job, I don't think you should take it.
Sure, if you hate the job, well then there you go, but there's too many people that think that their job needs to be like everything needs to be the greatest thing ever. It's like, I had like the worst day ever today, only the job is horrible. And I'm kind of like, okay, but...
Right.
And I don't know, it's like, to me, the millennial generation has become too self-absorbed and too lazy to the point... Okay.
I tried to pick up the idea, man.
Too lazy to the point that they think... like they're starting to be like, 8-hour workdays, horrible. We need 3-hour work. And I'm like, okay, well, like nothing's going to get done.
Right.
Like if we're too obsessed with ourselves and we're too lazy, nothing will get done.
Right.
But baby boomers, their generation is too obsessed with work.
Mm-hmm.
It's to the point of like, and it's to the point where the employer can do almost anything.
Right, they could like literally be like, I'm gonna fuck your wife.
And like the people are like, well, it makes me money. I gotta work at it.
By the way, that literally has happened a lot.
Oh, I know.
With that generation.
I know.
It's like, oh, Bob, you want your job? I'm gonna literally pile drive your wife with my penis.
Like I gotta have it happen.
New son for you.
Right.
You're getting a new kid.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
To me, it's so dumb. Like it's such a dumb mindset.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for. Yeah, I'm really thankful for this opportunity to record you finger blasting my wife. Thank you. It
really helps me out. Thanks.
Oh, there's a thing here.
Like to me, this is what came from that guy that you kicked off.
Oh, great. So now I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what if you jump off down there? Can you hit that platform?
Oh no! Oh no! No! No!
Oh jeez.
I did not.
Okay.
I hit a platform.
So, anyways, to me, and that's such a dumb mindset too, because I've worked jobs where I've hated before.
Mm-hmm.
And
to be fair, you also quit them.
I quit the worst job I ever worked. I quit after a month.
Right.
I was just like, this is so bad. But the thing I've always thought about is someone like my dad, where it's like, I know my dad hates his job, Yeah, he's earning a lot of money. That's why he stays there. But to me, it almost becomes like, is it worth it?
I guess my question is, when your dad looks back at it in his 70s,
yeah,
or in his 80s, because I'd assume your dad's going to live a while. He's in good shape.
Hopefully.
He's in good health, and he takes care of himself, and he's even though he's tired and miserable with his job, he's not like an angry person who's like going to die of heart
He's actually
failure.
a very happy person in life.
Right. He very much makes the most of it. I guess my question, and the reason I live my life the way I do work more than 8-hour days. People think I don't because it involves video games or whatever, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working 60, 70-hour work weeks, usually minimum.
Yeah.
But I am happy with it, and that's kind of the difference. Is I guess I wonder, and for me, I do want to scale that back over time as it becomes more sustained.
Yeah.
Where I don't have to work. I really don't try and do this. Where I don't have to work myself into the ground.
Yeah.
But is a guy like your dad going to look back in 20 years when he's an old man and be happy with how he spent his life?
Well,
or is he going to think about how he wishes he had done other stuff than his job?
Yeah, and that's I guess what it comes down to for me is for me, I'm not going to dox myself, but I actually work in the historical area.
Right.
Right in the field. I'm not paid that well, but I have a blast going into work every day.
Right.
Like
and you'd rather do that than make twice the money and be angry all the time, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I'd much rather do that than wake up every morning and wish I wasn't living.
Right.
So it's...
Why is he doing all this scarlet rot? Get out of here. I don't know.
To me, it's just that's
8,900 health.
That's ridiculous. To me, that's the difference, where it's like, I understand that millennials are kind of lazy, and they are... I know the meme kind of gets blown out of proportion from boomers. It does. I don't think millennials are like this horrible of people that they think they are.
No, they act like they're literally like the next Adolf.
They do, and they're not.
Or they're ruining society completely.
Right. And I just think millennials have gotten, and now Gen Zers have kind of taken it to the extreme. I just think that they have gotten to the point where they are maybe a little over dramatic about stuff, which I think is a fault of them. But to me, it's like, I don't understand this mindset of like, well, I'm just going to go into work because it's money. And it's kind of like, okay, sure, but do you like your life?
Right, I genuinely think that matters more than people
I think it matters a lot more. Well, and the other thing is, you don't have to have, like, the most fun, the most incredible job to ever exist to enjoy life.
Right.
I work in I have 2 jobs.
You technically have had 3 for a while, but one is, like, very situational.
Technically, I have 4.
Okay, well, I guess you have to be the guy who needs to be right all the time.
Technically, I have 4 jobs.
Well, technically, I have 12.
Well, technically, no.
Technically, I have 32 jobs, and I'm seeing your mom.
Right. Which is another job. But technically, I have...
She gives the jobs.
Right. Technically, I have 4 different jobs. 2 of them are in the historical area, and then 2 of them are in a completely different field, right? Mm-hmm. They're part-time jobs that I kind of do on the side. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, they're not like those 2 jobs are not like the most fun thing I've ever done in my life, but I don't mind them.
Right, you just wouldn't want to do them all the time.
No, I mean, even if I did do it, let's say 30 to 40 hours a week, I wouldn't mind it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, whoa, I'm having a rootin' tootin' good time. But it's not bad.
Right.
Some days are actually kind of enjoyable, and, oh, geez.
I was trying to get my souls back, but there's just way too much stuff around.
I know. It's like some days are enjoyable, some days aren't really fun, but the job itself is fine. I don't mind doing it. Mm-hmm. There are jobs out there that you can work at that maybe aren't like the greatest experience ever, but they're fine.
Right.
They're jobs that you can do 30 to 40 hours a week.
I do think,
and you'd be fine with it.
I do think, though, that it's too bad that we've almost encouraged people to live in a world where they should just wake up and at minimum be like, whatever, and at maximum hate it. Like, I think that... Okay, can I kick you, please?
I guess not. You can, like, hit up.
Okay, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it is a shame. I do agree.
I think you should be excited to wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you should be. I don't get the mindset of I want to wake up in the morning and hate my life.
Right.
Like, that to me is ridiculous. It's like, at least get a job that you don't mind. At least. Like, why are we working these jobs that you hate? And the answer for boomers is, it makes me money, so it's just work. Work's what you have to do.
Work good.
Work is what you have to do in life. And it's kind of like, well, sure, but at least pick something that you're fine with.
I'm getting, like, legitimately angry here.
Why don't you just run past them?
I'm going to have to, but I had wanted to get my souls back. I guess it doesn't matter now. But, like,
well,
they just put so much shit here. It's not really that it's hard to fight the individual enemies. It's that there's so many in this short stretch.
Yeah.
That it's hard to deal with all of them. I am just going to do this.
Well, and the thing online, too, the thing in my head said that this is a very hard area.
Right.
Because the enemies are very strong and there's so many of them.
Right.
So.
Well, luckily I don't listen to your head. I listen to my actions.
Head. So.
What's this?
Try here. Maybe there's an item. Oh, hey, you can, like, sneak up on these guys. Do these things remind you of, like, the harpies from Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes, but like an icky version of them.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Oh,
okay,
whoa!
What is happening?
Jeez, Ray Rice thought he saw an elevator there.
Okay.
He was like, is that my wife?
Wait, wasn't there a thing right below?
Yeah, there's like the plants.
Or was that your souls?
No, those are gone.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I had 0 when I died, unfortunately. Even though I had more than that earlier.
So I had a question for you, a proposal for what would make society better, and let me know your thoughts on this.
Run by you? Is that
run by me? But no, I was going to say, when you hit 80 years old, I'll say, you have to stop driving. Unless you can actually prove in a driving test that you can actually drive the speed limit. I am so tired of driving down the highway and I see these like 90-year-old people driving like 30 in a 60 zone. Mm-hmm. And then I drive by them and it's like, you are the oldest man alive. Why are you driving?
Right, so you're ageist.
I am very ageist. That's why I'm like, unless you can prove that you can drive the speed limit, when you hit a certain age, you need to stop driving. I mean, one last thing I want to say to this.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
At the point when you're driving like 30 or 40 miles an hour in a 65 zone, that is borderline dangerous.
No, it actually just is.
There's
there's minimum speed. At least in Minnesota, there are minimum speed limits on roads.
There are. And it's there for a reason. It's so you're not going insanely slow, and then someone else is driving 60 miles an hour, the speed limit, and then like they just like ramrod into you.
I thought it was just there to give the police another excuse to find people. Because they like need those. They were like, minorities being killed? Women being assaulted? No. Speed tickets.
Yeah.
That's what we need to focus on, speeding tickets. That's like the Minnesota police way.
That's like everywhere police way too.
Well,
unless you're in like Montana.
Okay, are you like angry here?
Well, Montana, they could care less about speed limits.
Well, good. We should all be like Montana.
I know. Because
I'm really tired of it.
Me too.
And they waste so much time and taxpayer money. Jeez, what did that thing shoot me with? Did you see that?
Here.
Jeez.
So yeah, anyways, what's your thoughts on old people driving? Unless you can actually prove you can drive the speed limit.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think it's unfortunately, I encounter bad drivers of all ages.
Yeah, but
I think the driving test should just be more strict.
It should be. I just think specifically in terms of driving slow, I usually see with older people.
Okay, I have one to add to this.
Okay.
What if every 10 years you had to pass a driver's exam?
That actually is a good idea.
To drive.
And it has to be like a full scale driver's exam.
Well, I don't know about
like in terms of vision tests and all that stuff. In terms of all that.
Just get rid of the written portion.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's not driver's ed anymore.
Right.
But yeah, why do I always turn off my phone volume? Who cares? But like I always get these notifications. I mean, I think that like combines your idea with my idea.
Yeah.
And works even better.
Yeah, I like that one too, where you'd have to actually go and prove that you still are capable of driving.
I'm shocked that you're willing to approve of that one when it would directly affect you.
It would directly affect me, however, I think I'm perfect. and I think I would pass every test thrown at me. So
That's what you already do.
right, so it's like
You pass every life test thrown at you.
I do.
You know, God gives his hardest test to his like hardest soldiers.
I am pretty hard.
Wait, that's not the quote.
Whoa. Oh, these things.
I hate these.
So yeah. Anyways, that's just something I was thinking about. Like,
I'm truly not opposed to it.
well, and the other thing is,
Whoa.
I just think that. Oh, I think that thing's being summoned by that guy. Okay. Jeez. What is this? What is this?
Stop shooting. Jeez.
I just think it's pretty ridiculous when, like, so the reason why old people drive slow is actually because I think their reflexes go downhill. And to them, driving 60 miles an hour is, like, borderline scary.
Right.
Because it's like, oh my gosh, we're going so fast.
Well, I'm going to be like Vin Diesel when I'm old.
Me too.
My reflexes are only going to get better.
Mine have already improved. Okay, how many of these guys are there?
I don't know, but we have like the dancing snail here who
The
won't go
dancing
away.
snail. So I just think that having, okay, how should I put this? I think that having multiple different types of people on the road, and I don't mean skin color, on the road
I do.
is a dangerous thing for the world.
I do. White roads, black roads, Asian roads.
Right.
Separate.
Well, we should have
roads.
separate roads. There we go.
That are equal.
Right.
Yeah. That
No,
works.
I just think like having old people who are afraid of going over 10 miles an hour on the road is dangerous.
Well, what if you had old people roads?
You should have old people roads. But I also think combining those people with semis that go max of 60 miles an hour, because most semis have governors on them that make it so you can't go faster than a certain speed.
Which I find dumb.
Which I find stupid. I think having giant semis on the road with old people
Oh no, oh no, oh no,
with,
no, no, no,
oh
no,
jeez,
no, 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 no.
with, and I don't mean this in a negative way either way, with both men and women on the road, because it is proven that men and women have different mindsets when it comes to driving. Like men tend to be more reckless because they tend to be more like, oh, this is going to be fun, right?
Right.
Whereas women tend to be, it's not the case with everything.
Fine.
I have found women tend to be a little more distracted while driving, right? It's, and I don't mean that to be sexist.
But you are.
I am very sexist. But I just think men and women have different mindsets when it comes to driving.
How would you say this if you wanted to be sexist?
I would say women are bad drivers and men are perfect drivers. No, I'm kidding. I just think
Well, this doesn't sound sexist. Continue.
I just think there's like too many different types of people in the world, and they are all expected to all work in harmony on one road.
And what I hear is, Spangen!
I know it sounds bad, but my point is...
Look,
like,
I know it sounds bad.
Okay. I just mean, like, it's a lot to ask.
No one knew. That's why we should eliminate all these different types of people and just have one
Yeah!
person who can be the same.
What's the problem here? Why are y'all booing? I'm right.
Why are you booing? I'm right. Oh no.
I just think, I don't know, I think there'd be a lot less accidents on the road if you had like
a lot less women.
If you had like a semi-truck road.
Right.
And then you had like a woman road. And then you had...
Problem is when you start getting into the biology of like trans people and other stuff, because there are actual also studies that people who are like born as a woman but then end up, transitioning into male, have more of the male characteristics in their brain.
Sure, and that's...
So then, like, how do you separate those people?
And that's why I put in the word tend. Because I know it's not a black and white, clear-cut, cut and dry
That's
case.
why I just say I think it'd be hard to actually enforce this.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's why I know it'll never happen.
Right.
But I'm trying to trying to spitball here as to why there are so many accidents.
Right, and you think Fourth Reich Road would actually really help.
I think this would be great. No, I just think if you put people who have similar mindsets together.
Who is this guy? We have a Klansman here. Look,
like perfect.
Wait! Take off my hood. Stop! This man isn't black. Do you remember that?
I do. Wait, look under the other guy. I do remember that.
Oh no!
Jeez, this guy has so much health. So, anyways, before I get canceled,
I just made a joke about Goku Black. So
I know. I just think that. Oh, jeez! Oh my goodness!
I think maybe we kind of avoid this.
I think so too. Okay,
sorry,
get that item,
Jill,
and then leave. Get that item.
Sorry, Jill. Heroes.
Let's look at that afterwards because I don't know what that is.
Dodge.
Oh
Dodge.
man, we got some jukes here. We have Jerry Rice.
Go.
Anyways, before I get canceled, I want to explain myself. Like-minded people tend to do things the same.
Right.
That's all I was trying to get at.
And your point is just that you don't like black people.
And that's
Sorry.
Wait. What is this?
No
Loretta Knight of the Halig Tree?
I have no health.
Oh no. And this person's on a horse and they don't give you a horse.
And they use magic.
Oh, great. Do you have a magic thing anymore? Oh, no, you don't. Oh, great.
I think we're going to have to redo this.
I think we're going to have to redo this and then just, sprint past everyone to get here.
I tried that.
I know. Oh, jeez.
We have, a perfect run here so far with the Flash.
Oh, man, I'm really nervous. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Okay, well, guess I should have had that shield up. Oh, sorry.
So yeah, anyways, when you're in society,
yeah, okay, Joker.
A male, like a white male, and let's say a black female walking on the sidewalk, there's no problems, right?
Right.
Actually,
Depends who you ask.
Why did I include race in that? I didn't mean to include race. A male and a female walking on the sidewalk is not an issue.
When you have this very worthwhile white man, and then you have it's like
that's not what I meant.
What?
Okay, what I meant is if you're just in a normal everyday life situation, there's no issues. Okay.
Are you looking at this?
I am. I'm just trying to get myself from under the coal here.
I was going to ask, what are you trying to get yourself out from under? Because we had an event in Minnesota, and you just brought up race, and I was really worried.
No, okay. That's not what I meant. I just meant okay. What I'm meaning is
stop.
What I'm meaning is when now all of a sudden you're on the road where people are going 70 miles an hour, there's a lot of accidents because a lot of people don't actually they're different people, right?
Right.
And there's different options like semis versus no semis, slug bugs versus giant trucks.
I think I just found a shortcut.
Where does this lead to?
Look, right here.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I found a shortcut, and I had missed that before.
Well, and look, there's the
boss
room.
Yeah.
So anyways, when you have these different kinds of cars and different mindsets and stuff
apparently
like that.
Different races.
There's different races. That's not what I meant. I don't know why that came out.
No!
I'm saying, no wonder there's so many accidents. And I'm just trying to find out a way to fix that.
Right.